judges, coordinators, a pleasant good afternoon. I am Desiree Pitt, a student at the SVGCC, Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies. Along with me is my team member, Sharon Wish. She's also a student at the SVGCC. We are currently pursuing studies in an associate degree in information and communication technology. We are here to present to you on the modern census execution system. We wish to take you through our idea and at the end convince you why our idea is the best. What is a census?
A census is a procedure which entails systematically obtaining and recording information about members of the population. It is periodically done, and in St. Vincent and Grenadines, it is usually conducted every 10 years.
MCES, our idea. The modern census execution system is a platform that would allow for a more accurate and efficient way of collecting statistical data. Over the past years of the conduction of the census here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Ministry of Finance and Central Planning Statistical Department has been encountering numerous problems that has caused an overall issue with the production of the census itself. These include
residents' refusal to respond to all questions asked, respondents' failure to relay correct information to numerators, economic burden being imposed as it is costly to produce booklets, etc., needed to carry out the census, and the most recent one being that the census had to be redone as a result of the fire that destroyed the statistical data that was stored there.
The modern census execution system, MCES platform, will allow for more accurate and efficient way of collecting the country's statistical data. Many times in our national census, some respondents are likely to give an incorrect figure regarding the number of persons in their homes. This can be a result of different problems. This is a case where the information provided by the registry would solve such problem. Back in the day, registering was a problem due to the fact that everyone wasn't registering. In these modern days, registering is mandatory, so the information would be more up to date and accurate.
The MCES can easily solve this problem by limiting the number of questions asked. With less questions, respondents are more likely to respond more quickly and competently. So this could happen, like the questions can be asked, can be taken from approximately 80 down to approximately 12 questions. Why? Well, during census, respondents tend to get discouraged or bored as a result of the census having so many questions. Thus, by limiting the information provided, there will be more precise answers given, as well as the processing time limited.
How will it benefit the government sector? According to research done with the facilitators at the Statistical Department, the census cost over $1.5 million, including the cost of printing booklets, the payment to field workers, and other utilities such as pens, pencils, vans, rulers. With this system, the overall cost of production of the census would be less, the processing time less, and information about the population would be more accurate and also would always be at hand, as the system could be updated monthly rather than waiting until every 10 years to know this information. Surveys would still have to be done to gather information about the country's developmental level. E-governance can also come into play by making some government services digital or become available online, which increases efficiency and productivity, and over time will minimize redundancies. What can the idea be materialized in?
With the use of an apparatus, information from the registry, immigration office, and the statistical department will be combined to get a running total of the population. The registered death and birth rate will be obtained from the registry, and the number of people leaving and entering the country from the immigration office will all come together with the statistical department to carry out such execution. It will prevent the fact that all respondents do not relay the required information.
In essence, we are moving from physically asking residents of the country that numerous amount of questions. So by minimizing the questions from about 80 questions down to about 12 questions, just to get the development stage of the country. And we aim to combine a linkage, create a linkage between the registry and the immigration office so that these information can be gathered about the overall population of the country.
Overall, our idea, the MCS, is mostly pushed towards saving money for the Ministry of Finance Statistical Department.
Questions?
Okay, I have just one question, okay? So, what will be used to capture this census? What are you using to capture this? Because you talked about without no booklets and what have you. So how are you going to capture the information of the census?
There will still be surveys carried out to gather information, but they will be less. So we plan to use develop a system that we will get information of the registered births and deaths from the registry, and
So I'm still going out as a
Yes, the census will still be conducted. Just the amount of questions will be limited. So like some of those sensitive questions, such as how many people are in the house, etc., who left and so on, will not need to be answered again because they'll already be at the statistical department there.
I have a question. What is the census used for? When you collect the information, what is it used for?
to know the number of persons in the country and the level of development of the country, like to know how developed the country is.
Because you said you're going to, so you're aware that the census, the statistical office collect information from the registry and immigration. That is something to do ongoing. Are you aware of that?
Well, we did a research with three of the facilitators.
Three of them?
Who?
Three persons in the statistical department.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but they didn't mention that to us.
No, they did not.
Who? Maybe who you are. Because you say you're going to cut the information down from 80.
Yeah, I'm about 80 down to about 12 questions.
Question, sorry, Mary, the existing form, right? You've looked at that existing form?
The booklet for the census. Yes, I have an idea about
Did you look at it?
that recently.
So how you determine the reduction in questions?
Well, that was part of what they suggested to us also.
I guess it will not necessarily narrow down to 12 questions per se, but it will be way less than what is usually asked.
What was the problem with the file? Why they had to do over the census?
Because the booklets was burnt up.
So, but how you solving that?
But okay, the information will be stored like the online storage.
I think that what I'm trying to point out, what Mr. Jackson was trying to point out, the problem was the information was not, if I'm really wrong, was not digitized as yet. So are you going? You understand?
Right.
That was the problem.
It's also an approach to move the country to a more
Well, you haven't
modernized.
suggested. You have not suggested a solution for that. Okay. Wait, I just said, most of the questions cutting down, you had suggested cutting down the census time from the 10 years.
No.
No, you keep it like, and then you suggested that it, anything like that?
No,
No.
he said that the
Processing
information
time will
would
be less.
always be at hand.
Right.
So you could always have a look rather than waiting until every 10 years.
So the key information will be continuously updated.
Always
That
updated.
is there.
Yeah, it's your point out.
All right, thank you. Most of the questions I have.
Okay.
I still have one, but still have one question. In that of you mentioned about the census, and to me, the census is more than collecting information and counting the population. And I know you say for developmental purposes also. So it comes back to the apparatus. How do you plan to capture the developmental aspect of it, other than counting the population?
That is what the survey would be